morning. This is just a quick little video. I'm sure that you all remember JonBenet Ramsey. She was murdered back in the 90s. She was 6 years old. She was a beauty queen. I'm reading right now that back in 1999, that they wanted to indict John and Patsy Ramsey, not for murder, but they wanted to indict them on felony child abuse charges leading to her death. So I'm not sure how all that would have worked out, but that's what they wanted to do. But the former district attorney at that time refused to sign the papers. He would not sign the papers. So they were indicted, but they never went to court over it because he wouldn't sign the papers. Not sure why. They said that they have, a lot of people blame John and Patsy Ramsey for the murder of JonBenet, saying that the daddy raped the little girl, put her body in the basement, and this, that, and the other. Because of the fact that she was found murdered. She was found in the basement part of the house in a little cubby hole. She had been strangled, and she had been raped. It was snowing. This is in Colorado. It was snowing. But they said that there were no footprints outside. So, nobody had came into the house, and nobody had left the house. So, that left the parents. Well, they said that they have since, of course, they did the DNA and everything. The DNA that was found on JonBenet's body did not match that of her father. So, and they was also saying now that the reason that they wanted to indict them on child abuse is because something about they believe that the Ramseys do know who killed their daughter. They believe that they know. Of course, Patsy Ramsey is dead now. I'm not sure if they're going to try to reopen it and charge somebody with it now. But my feeling, just the way that they're talking about it, just the way it makes me feel is that JonBenet's brother did this to her. I'm not saying he did. Some people have speculated that before. But if the parents weren't willing to cooperate and say anything, it may very well be their son. Like I said, there were no footprints leading in or out of that house. So, and the boy would be old enough now, to be charged with murder. So I'm not sure how they're going to take that, if they're going to go ahead and reopen it and try to indict somebody now, or what they're going to do. A lot of people are saying, let it go, let her rest in peace. Well, her murder has not been solved. If this was your child, you would not want to let this go. But I do believe if it was the son, that John Ramsey needs to go to jail too. Because, I can understand wanting to protect your child, but if one child murders another child, no. But anyway, John Mark Carr, if any of you remember him, and if you don't, look him up. And I also did a video about him one time. John Mark Carr, back several years ago, came forward and said he killed JonBenet Ramsey. And that was the big story, that they had found her killer. And it turned out to be a hoax. It turned out that he's just a crazy psycho guy, and he didn't kill her after all. I don't know why they even let him go, even after he said he killed her. They let him go, and he ended up in a battered women's shelter, dressed as a woman, and they speculate then that he was looking for little girls, because he had said in his statement that he often had fantasies of climbing into JonBenet Ramsey's casket and making love to the little girl. Now, is that not just sick and disgusting? They shouldn't have let him out based on that. They should have hung him. Anyway, so what do you think? Do you think that this case will ever be solved? Till next time, bye-bye.